Good morning. This is a biology class, continuation of respiration in organism. We have learned that every cell respire. Then we have learned about aerobic and anaerobic respiration and what is breathing and what is the breathing rate of a resting person and an after activity. The resting will have 15 to 18. After activity it will be 25. Now today we are going to learn about human respiration separately. Now be ready because you are going to learn what is going to happen, what's happening in your body. See, now you can just imagine your body that you are looking at. Otherwise, you can look at someone who's make your brother or sister sit in front of you and see how the movement. As I am telling you, locate the parts. Just make your brother to sit in front of you. If you have a sister, a girl will take a girl and a boy will take a boy. It's easy for you because if you look at a person, I will say ask Dada to sit without a shirt because then only you can observe nicely. Now the person is ready. Okay, your Dada or your brother. See, without this one shirt. Then you can see the chest part of it, how it moves up and down and how it goes on. You can see the ribs and all that. Okay, I'll continue the human respiration. Actually, what is respiration? You've already learned. Getting energy by using oxygen and glucose. Okay, now just I want to tell you, we need energy. How we are getting? Glucose plus oxygen. Glucose in a very complex format and make it to a simpler format, there is a reaction. Okay, that plus glucose plus oxygen gives us energy, water and carbon dioxide. Now, taking in oxygen, rich in oxygen, is called inhalation. Giving out rich in carbon dioxide, exhalation. This is called breathing. One inhalation and one exhalation is equal to breathing. That's what I told you, the breathing rate just the beginning of the class. Now we'll see the during inhalation O2 will be, that is oxygen will be more. During exhalation oxygen will be less and carbon dioxide will be. Now the air enters to the first part of the body, that is which is outside, that is called nasal cavity. Nasal cavity. From there it enters to the two holes, that is called the nasal cavity. It goes to the nostrils, then it goes to the windpipe. You already learnt about it, otherwise called trachea. Here I want to tell you something, children, the little extra. These things, it will be connected at the end of the video. There is a C-shaped cartilages. You know what is cartilages? It is a soft bones that will protect this trachea. From the trachea, there you will the same tube go and divide into two. They divide into two, so it will become a Y-shaped. That Y-shaped, the extension, the two lines, we call it as a bronchi. This bronchi will lead to the one bronchi will lead to the right lung, one bronchi will lead to the left lung. Now there is a muscular sheet. The lungs is present in the chest cavity already. we have learnt the chest cavity protected the soft organ lungs. No, so it is inside the rib cage. Now this is surrounded by the ribs by the sides, right? A large muscular sheet is there that is there to surround this chest cavity, that is called diaphragm. This diaphragm helps in to show, we can see the diaphragm moving up and down during inhalation and exhalation. Now, what is inhalation and exhalation? What process it's going on? I'll explain. During inhalation, ribs moves up and outwards. It moves up and outwards, making a space. And diaphragm moves down. I told you what is a diaphragm. Then you will have a chest cavity. When you say as below the diaphragm, you have a chest cavity. When you say a cavity, that means there is some space is there. Okay, fine. Now, during inhalation, ribs move up and outwards. The diaphragm moves down. I told you what is diaphragm, a muscular sheet which covers the whole system, that is the chest cavity and surrounded by the floor of the chest cavity. So, it moves down. This movement increases the space in the chest cavity. When there is a space, what happens? Air rushes towards the empty space. Then lungs will become bigger. Lungs will become bigger. Now, got it? Filled with air. It is filled with air. During exhalation, inhalation, we understand the word inhalation, entering of air, in, exit, exhalation of air, the ribs moves down and inwards. There it was outwards, here inwards, while diaphragm moves up its former position. Before it was up, then it goes up again. During inhalation, it came down. Now it is going up. What naturally the chest cavity will be pressed. Chest cavity is pressed means the lung also pressed. When it's pressed, what happened? The gas will suddenly goes out with the exhalation. The diaphragm moves down to the former. This reduce the size of the chest cavity. The air pushed out of the lungs. These movements in our body can be felt. That is what I told you. How it moves. Your diaphragm moves. You can see it. How the rib moves when they are breathing. All will happen in seconds. All will happen in a fraction of seconds. So this you can observe. Then your abdomen will move up and down because the chest cavity is below the, almost above the abdominal part. That not stomach exactly, abdominal part. So you can feel it. You can see it. If you closely observe, you can see it. Now, this process can be compared with a small experiment with our own, this one we can do it. Take a plastic bottle, cut it at the bottom of the bottle and make a Y-shaped tube. See, you can make a Y-shaped tube with a straw. Okay? And take a cork, fix the Y-shaped tube in the cork. The Y should be, the Y part, the open Y part should be inside the bottle. And the line part should be facing outside. The open part should be outside. The two opening, that is the this one. I will compare with the lungs afterwards. Now, cut the bottom of that plastic bottle and tightly close it with a rubber sheet. That make you too easy to operate. The same thing you take it to the lungs. The bottle is a lungs now. Okay. See, at the topmost part of it is a nostrils. The down is a windpipe and two bronchi. Then with the two bronchi, these two Y-shaped lines are there, no open V. That line, we are going to attach a balloon. We are going to attach a balloon. The rubber sheet what we connected is a diaphragm and the chest, acting like a chest cavity. What happens? The same thing what is inhalation and exhalation I told you. When you move when you pull the rubber sheet down, moves down, what happens? Air from the nasal cavity, that is on the opening tube, it comes in and fills the balloon. Fills the balloon. That is inhalation. See what happens during exhalation? You have the diaphragm moves back. So, this is a rubber sheet only. You push back the rubber sheet. What happens? The air rushes out through the nasal cavity, which is outside. Okay? This is a comparison as it can be shown very easily. One inhalation and one exhalation. It is called breathing. During inhalation, large amount of O2 will be taken, that is oxygen will be taken in to the lungs. After cleaning process, the lungs will absorb all the oxygens and send the waste by exhalation. Is it clear for you, children? Is there any doubt in it? Any doubt? What happened the next part of it? This oxygen taken will be carried to the another part which is not shown in your book, alveoli. This is a small air sacs which is present in the lungs. These alveoli have alveolus, that is, they have alveoli. There's air sacs means the sacs. Sacs means it's like a bag, kuti bag. These small bags have lot of blood vessels. The cleaning process, it goes on here in this air sacs. The blood vessels are running with the blood. Okay, there are a lot of blood vessels are connected with the alveoli. What happens after cleaning? The oxygen, that is O2, will go and join with red blood corpuscles, that is RBCs. That will go and mix with it. Then it goes out. Then the remaining waste, the carbon dioxide, there is a lot of chambers in alveoli. It goes to the waste chamber. From there, the exhalation is done. That goes out. This is the way the O2 will join with the RBCs, the red blood corpuscles. Okay, now you have understood the parts of the body, respiratory system and the working of the respiratory system. I spoke to you about a working model of the respiratory system, and I am going to show you the real working of a lung. Okay, now here I want to tell you small tips as I am doing the last part of the respiratory system. One more part I will talk to you. Just will stop. I'll hear. It can be another video or I will connect here. I'll stop here and we will see. Okay. Meet you again. Thank you. Continuation, children. I'm sorry for the interruption. Now there's an extra bit of information for you. How the working of lungs. I'm showing for you for your information, for interest also. Now you can see a man with they are showing the chest part of it. That is called the thoracic cavity or the chest cavity. Can you see that space I showed you? A rib cage is shown so nicely. Can you see the diaphragm there? Diaphragm, yes, the thin sheet. Now you can see the lungs out. Now lung is divided, it's like a bag. This right superior, right in middle and right, these are like a bag, it's divided into three. Okay, left lung is a little smaller, it is divided only into two. Left superior, left inferior. Inferior, superior, you know very well. Middle, you know it is top, middle and bottom. That's all. Now you can see I told you C-shaped cartilages. Incomplete C. Incomplete C. It's not fully, it's not O, it is C to protect the trachea. Now you have a pharynx just above the trachea. And now you could see the nostril there, and from there the air enters to the pharynx, then to the trachea, then goes to the bronchi, then now it goes to the right lung and the left lung. Now you can see still more blood vessels. See, blue and red is good, that is oxygenated plus deoxygenated blood. That is oxygen rich blood, oxygen less blood. This is what I was telling about alveoli. It is bundle of blood vessels are grouped there. Can you see small chambers? This is called alveolar chamber. There you have the pore. Pore means water, and there is a pore. Now you can see blue color thing, that is RBCs, red blood cells, that is moving as in the blood vessels. Now in the alveoli, what's happening? Purification of blood takes place. Oxygen molecules, the O2 comes and join with that, then it becomes red. Can you see it? In between you can see the carbon dioxide molecule. I told you in the alveoli you have a chamber, then you have a hole also. It goes there and goes to the hole, and it will go to the lung again. Then during exhalation it will be sent. How much it is collected, you see? The carbon dioxide is collected and oxygen moves on to the RBCs. Can you see? This red and blue, it is not there in our body in red and blue. It is same color only, but the exhalation, see, it is giving out carbon dioxide rich food. There will be little bit oxygen comes out, but very during inhalation. See what happens there. The lungs, it comes to the lungs. What's happening? Just see. It goes to the alveolus, and then what happens? Then during exhalation, from there, see the diaphragm moves up. Then it pushes out the air, and then it comes out. It comes out. This is to make you to understand. Now, can you see when it is become inhalation? It's the lungs become full. It is moved. Lungs has become bigger and the chest has become broader. Now you can measure the chest even by during inhalation and exhalation. The measurement will differ. During inhalation, the measurement will be higher. During exhalation, the measurement will be lesser. Okay. The drawings, what's given in your book, because my book is old. That's why this one is this number changed. That's a human respiratory system you have to draw, and the diaphragm movements. There are two things: inhalation and exhalation is shown. No? That you have to draw, and the balloon experiment you have to draw. Okay. Now, during inhalation, the balloon will become bigger. During exhalation, the balloon will become smaller, shrink. Okay, that's all. This one, a little more GK information. During inhalation here, the oxygen content will be 21% and carbon dioxide percentage will be 4.4. During exhalation, oxygen will be exhaled air will be, there is a certain amount of oxygen and certain amount of carbon dioxide. That's all. I think children, I made you to very clear. I feel if any doubt, you can ask me in the other phone. Okay, any doubt. Thank you.